Some people said corporal punishment is necessary. As I grew up in an environment where corporal punishment is current, I experienced bad influence from it. My cultural background indicates corporal punishment as love. Degree of corporal punishment can determine if the punishment is educational purpose or not. However, as a human being, sometimes we cannot control our emotion and it becomes violence. My parents also gave me physical punishment whenever I did something wrong. They always told me this is how much my parents love me, but it sometimes hurt my feeling and relationship with my parents. In the US, currently 31 states have banned corporal punishment while 19 states allow child to be hit in public school. According to federal data from 2009 through 2010, the Children's Defense Fund reported in 2014 that 838 children were hit on average each day in public school. Most adults do not experience this form of correction as it is seen as harassment and abuse when applied to an adult. If an adult getting spanked is considered harassment, then why is it acceptable for a child to be spanked? In the US, whole society is originated from groups of rebels and people wishing to break free from English society. Its history is bloody one, with most of independence due to wars, fighting, and spilling blood. America in general saw forcefulness and violence as a means to accomplish our goals. The society accepted their method because it did accomplish its goals. At the time of America formation, people did not have much of a choice of how they did things. Today in modern world, people's views on conducting and accomplish goals has changed greatly, but still they hold on to some method of the old days. Researchers argue that corporal punishment causes numerous negative effects on children. Children cannot always understand the difference between unacceptable and acceptable physical aggression. Corporal punishment can lead to increased aggression for kids in school. Also, corporal punishment teaches children that it's okay to hurt people, and this leads them to believe them to solve problems by hitting. These concepts continue on for their adulthood and causing them to behave violently on their spouse or children. Child who is verbally or physically abused are more likely to show psychological disturbance. This can lead to low self-esteem, brain damage, attention disorders, and substance abuse. Year 2013 in Korea, one soldier was died from corporal punishment which was conducted by his senior. Suspects experience high level of physical abuse since young age. Investigations state that their behavior is originated from such background and their suppressed anger was expressed as form of corporal punishment. This is a good example of how corporal punishment for junior negatively affects their adulthood. Correcting behavior does not necessarily require any form of physical punishment. One other effect that corporal punishment is on children's mental health. When child experience physical pain from corporal punishment, it distress including sadness, anger, anxiety, and fear which can become psychological trauma. This can also lead to ineffectiveness of corporal punishment due to those psychological trauma. Children are a vulnerable group that has to be protected by society due to their incapability to protect themselves. Therefore, society should have more policy and law that prohibit the corporal punishment. To prevent corporal punishment, educators should establish trust relationship with students to comprehend their thoughts and let child to know their rights and responsibility on their behavior. In this occasion, instructor can generate a document including sets of rules indicating students' responsibilities. When educator and child can communicate effectively, corporal punishment is not necessary for any reason. Just to sum up, unless violence is allowed by law, corporal punishment towards two child should not be justified.